Tiny dreams and tinsel glow. What's more special than a new baby at Christmas time? I can't understand you because you're covered in dried up milk.
It's not milk.
Ew!
How Satan will give birth to the butt baby is still unclear, but everyone knows the crap out is coming.
Merry Christmas! Hey, relax!
Just so you know, I don't care if my is filled with parts. I still love you.
South Park just pulled a move so shocking and vicious in its season 28 finale that it froze the audience mid-laugh. In one jaw-dropping strike, the show weaponized satire so dark and deliberate it stopped feeling like comedy and started feeling like an accusation. By exposing how power erases truth and walks away clean, South Park left viewers staring at the screen wondering how the hell it went that far.
He is such a piece of shit! He does this to me all the time!
A little bit missing, and it killed itself. Obvious confirmation of suicide. You can see a little chair there.
In this finale episode, South Park breaks all limits and wastes zero time easing the audience in. It drops a moment so dark and calculated that laughter stalls before it even starts. An unborn Antichrist missing ultrasound minutes, and a conclusion delivered with absolute confidence and no questions allowed. The show collapses months of buildup into a single official explanation, then moves on as if nothing is worth examining.
Oh, wow, y'all, it's time. What do we do, Stan? I don't know. You gotta get him to a hospital.
With the chaos fully established, the finale strips everything back and places the weight on Stan. He opens by listing one loss after another: raids, his dad's business collapsing, losing his home, being forced into an old folks' home with his grandpa, and it lands heavy and drained rather than exaggerated.
But we've got Stan!
Yay!
This is where South Park drops the safety net of jokes. Stan sounds like someone pushed through constant instability and finally worn down. His words sit in silence, raw and uncomfortable, without a punchline to soften them.
No, you're not stupid. Stanny, tell Satan he's not stupid. You're not stupid.
By isolating Stan emotionally, the episode turns him into a stand-in for the audience itself. He asks for something small and desperate: stability, balance, a moment to breathe. That grounding gives the later shock its weight because it hits someone already exhausted instead of a detached observer.
Where is room 67?
This is where South Park stops being polite and starts swinging. Power Christian. Jesus storms onto the screen, jacked, loud, and dripping with fake authority. Guitar in hand, ego turned all the way up, compassion nowhere in sight. He looks less like a guide and more like a hype man addicted to dominance.
Wednesday.
That's what everyone needs right now. A big Christmas miracle.
Stan comes in raw, asking for kindness, asking for a Christmas miracle, and Jesus crushes it instantly. Vulnerability gets laughed at. Hope gets labeled weakness. Faith turns into a volume contest where whoever shouts the loudest wins. It's brutal, uncomfortable, and completely intentional.
And I will deal with him!
Don't think so, bro. Yeah!
South Park drags this version of Jesus through the dirt to make the point unmistakable. When moral authority chases power, it rots fast. Faith becomes branding, control replaces care, and the figure meant to lift people up turns into just another loud force pushing everyone down.
The crib is decorated and the nursery's all planned. I put Polly on the diapers with all the love I can.
Then South Park pulls the move nobody expects and flips the entire moral board. Satan steps in pregnant, nesting, decorating a nursery, singing a soft Christmas song like someone who actually believes something good might happen. It's jarring, uncomfortable, and impossible to ignore.
Tiny dreams and tinsel glow. What's more special than a new baby at Christmas time?
While everyone else is posturing, shouting, or scheming, Satan feels real. He shows excitement, fear, hope, and vulnerability without irony. The show forces the audience into an awkward position, emotionally siding with Satan, and it does that on purpose.
Only days remain until America meets President Trump's demon spawn.
Urgent matter. Are you serious right now? I told him this was the day we were gonna sing songs and decorate the nursery!
When Satan starts feeling more human than the people in power, the message lands hard. The moral order has flipped and something is deeply broken. Warmth enters the episode and gets crushed instantly. Satan expects songs, decorating, preparation for the baby, and Trump disappears.
Merry Christmas! Relax,
Then the most chaotic scene lands as Trump and Vance launch Operation Kill My Own Baby, with codenames, walkie-talkies, and fake urgency, playing secret agents while camping outside a police station.
Okay, boss. This is the place. That is the police station over there.
Trump is literally dressed like Santa, turning authority into a cheap holiday costume, hiding something ugly behind cheer, smiles, and that constant relax guy energy. The harder they try to look serious, the more it turns into cosplay, and South Park humiliates power by letting it collapse under its own absurdity.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any spare change, okay? The government cut school funding, so I lost my job.
Right after the humiliation, South Park slams reality back onto the screen. Mackie shows up broken, job gone, funding cut, costs exploding, healthcare stripped away, sounding like millions of people drowning while the system shrugs. There's no exaggeration here, just blunt damage.
With all the tariffs and my health care got cut, so I'm just struggling like a lot of Americans are.
Then Power laughs in his face, crypto jokes. Fortune favors the brave. Zero empathy. South Park makes the contrast viciously clear. While ordinary people bleed quietly, authority treats collapse like background noise.
It's Vance. They're together.
And then Towley steps in and instantly becomes the voice of the entire season. He shows up through a pile of laundry, high as usual, and suddenly knows everything because he's been close enough to see all the mess. South Park turns him into the ultimate witness, dirty, ignored, and fully aware.
They just wanna kill the baby.
What?
Once the truth spills out, the motive turns ugly fast. The baby isn't feared because of prophecy or evil. It's feared because it threatens ambition. Vance sees a future problem, a political liability, something that could wreck his climb, and that's all it takes.
I can't understand you because you're covered in dried up milk!
It's not milk.
Ew!
Everything that follows is damage control. Secrecy replaces honesty. Optics matter more than consequences. Abortion becomes a branding nightmare instead of a moral question, so the job gets outsourced and buried. South Park makes it clear, when power feels threatened, principles disappear instantly.
And I shall make him pay!
Oh, hell yeah, man. Let's go get that mother.
This is where the satire cuts deepest. The show strips away the supernatural excuse and exposes the real driver underneath: self-preservation. The baby isn't inconvenient because it's dangerous. It's inconvenient because it exists.
Behind my back! Did Donald tell you he has genital warts?
Keep your hands off my president, bro.
Whoa! It's Jesus Christ!
The episode twists the knife deeper by dragging Jesus back into the chaos as raw enforcement. He storms in blasting guitar riffs, teleporting bodies across rooms, smashing barriers, and ripping powerful people out of trouble like a supernatural extraction unit. Belief shifts from guidance to force in seconds.
This happens to be a great man who's protecting our country from fads.
What the hell happened to Jesus?
South Park blows belief up into spectacle. Jesus stands beside power, protects it, and amplifies it with noise and aggression. Volume replaces wisdom. Flash replaces meaning. Faith transforms into a loud badge worn to justify domination.
This man is a con artist, and I will deal with him!
Don't think so, bro.
The exaggeration is the point. South Park paints faith as a battering ram when it chases authority, exposing how easily it mutates into something dangerous. The image hits hard because it feels familiar. Sacred language repackaged as permission to crush anything in the way.
All right, we're almost ready. We just want to run a quick ultrasound and we'll get you into the OR.
Doctor, we must hurry.
The story barrels into the hospital like it's setting up a final boss battle. Trump, Vance, Peter Thiel, and Jesus roll in together like saviors arriving to fix everything, stacked with authority, confidence, and spectacle. It looks epic on the surface. Loud, dramatic, oversized. Exactly the kind of moment audiences expect to end a season. South Park uses that expectation as bait. The scene feels massive, but the substance underneath is paper thin. Every character arrives acting historic, decisive, unstoppable, yet the energy feels hollow, forced, and performative. Power shows up dressed for destiny while scrambling to protect itself.
I am fully embracing this crap out. Yay!
Do not listen to these foul creatures of darkness, child!
That's the exposure. The episode inflates the moment on purpose, so the emptiness becomes impossible to miss. When the showdown finally pauses, it becomes clear this was never about resolution or justice. It was about image, control, and who gets to stand in the room looking important while everything quietly falls apart.
All I know is I might as well help someone get their Christmas miracle, because nobody's helping me with mine.
In the middle of all that inflated authority, Stan steps forward and cuts straight through it. He doesn't posture or perform. He speaks from exhaustion and chooses to help someone else because that's what Christmas used to represent to him. One grounded moral choice slices through all the noise.
Hey, I didn't hit her, okay? I mean, all right, maybe I did, but Peggy was asking for it.
That moment hits like a hard reset. Power stalls because it has nothing meaningful to answer with. Slogans fall flat, spectacle loses its grip, confidence starts cracking right in front of everyone.
No, you're right. You're right, my child.
South Park elevates Stan here as the only character acting from something genuine. While the rest chase control and image, he chooses decency. That contrast exposes how fragile the entire structure really is once fear stops doing the work.
We've looked at the ultrasound, and it appears that at some point when nobody was watching, the baby hung itself and took its own life.
Then the episode drops the line that kills the room instantly. A doctor walks in, delivers the verdict with calm certainty, and shuts the case down on the spot. Missing ultrasound minutes get brushed aside like clerical noise. South Park treats it as official and finished. The authorities accept it. The media repeats it. Everyone moves on at full speed. The certainty feels cold, surgical, and brutal. That's the hit. The laugh dies and recognition takes over as the show lets viewers watch truth get buried under confidence, procedure, and a clean narrative.
I'm afraid you can see it all in the video. The baby got a hold of some bed sheets. There's a couple minutes missing from the ultrasound, but it's definitely a suicide.
You gotta be kidding me!
The fallout hits immediately and it's vicious. The media floods the screen with coverage, treating the explanation as settled fact. Graphics roll, panels debate, analysts fill airtime, and repetition seals the narrative. Commentary replaces investigation and confidence becomes the substitute for truth.
Hey, Merry Christmas! Did you hear the news? The baby's dead!
With the story locked, power relaxes. Trump celebrates openly, smiling, dancing, soaking in praise and strength optics like the outcome marks a victory. The system rewards volume and certainty, and scrutiny fades fast.
I win again!
Away from the cameras, Satan grieves quietly. He packs the nursery, folds the clothes, and carries the weight alone. South Park sharpens the contrast. Power walks away untouched while the one who cared absorbs the damage in silence.